Thank you for calling Baymont In-Suite. This is Marie. How may I help you?
Okay, Murray. I'm sorry for being frustrated, but I hope you'll understand. Who in the F do I turn a doctor's note into down there at the hotel? Is it you at the front desk, or who's supposed to be getting this note?
Doctor's note?
Yeah.
Do you have any other information, like who it needs to be sent to?
Well, no, that's the question, isn't it?
Okay. So
Who?
do you want me to take down your information? Do you know anyone here that would need that?
Well, I respect my privacy, and I'm okay with turning this into whoever it's supposed to go to, but I don't want to go telling you, because it's for things in the room, it's for stuff I have to do, it's for things you're going to have to do for me, stuff like that. But I don't want to go talking all about it. I just want to know who I give this to. Okay. And I think you see why I'm getting frustrated with it.
I'm sorry, I'm not completely understanding what your question is.
Do you remember at school or when you're at work? How about that? What if you're sick and you have to take days off work? Who do you turn a doctor's note into?
My management.
Is that who I would turn it into?
Are you staying at the hotel right now?
Yes, I'm a guest. Correct.
Okay.
I had to go into town. I had to go into town and see at the clinic, or I don't know what you guys call it. So I got in with the doctor. I don't know who they are. I don't even remember their name. It was just a quick in out thing. And I got some notes I got to give you and some prescription information and stuff.
Okay. Oh, okay. Are those medications going to be delivered here? Is that what you're requesting?
No.
So, okay. I can turn that information into management, but I'm not sure what you wanted us to. If you miss like 3 days of work, don't they require a doctor's note from you? No.
No? So what? This isn't required at all?
I don't understand why you would need to turn in a doctor's note to us.
Well, okay, then
you needed us to deliver something to you.
No, then let me ask you this: then why in the fuck did I go to the doctor in the first place to get this documentation if I didn't need to turn it into anybody?
I don't understand who told you that you needed to go to the doctors and bring us that information.
Well, okay, I've never heard you guys don't you can just take as many sick days as you want and you don't need a doctor's note at all? What if you filed some type of a medical disability thing? Wouldn't they require documentation?
So is this doctor's note going to be mailed to us? Do you need us?
No, I have it here. It's made out of paper. I have paper.
Okay.
I got to print it out.
Fax that over to somebody?
What do you mean fax? Who has a fax? What's a fax? I don't have a fax.
Do you want us to fax it for you?
What are you faxing it to? I don't know. I don't want you to transmit my personal information. Are you out of your mind?
I just don't understand what you would like me at the front desk to do for you, sir.
Okay. You remember when you were in school and if you had to go to the doctor and you take the note to the lady, the secretary for the vice principal. Do you remember?
Okay.
So in that scenario, if I was calling the school and said, "Oh, who do I give my doctor's note to?" They'd say that lady, the secretary, the vice principal. They'd say.
Okay. If you'd like me to give that information to management,
okay, hold on then. In your world, in your circles, like inside the fishbowl that is like what you exist in, who is your lady, that secretary lady of the vice principal in your world?
My manager.
Okay, and then what? Now they are HIPAA certified, or what do they do with? Why do they need a doctor's note from me? Was my next question.
Sir, we're a hotel. We don't require any medical information.
Then why did I get it?
I'm sorry. I don't understand.
Like, okay, if I'm just laid up, let's say I'm on vacation and I hurt my leg and I'm laid up for 3 days and then I'm better, okay? Let's say I hurt my back and I'm laid up for 2 days, okay? I don't need to tell anybody about it. I just put my fucking feet up and bitch about it on Reddit, or just, make stupid, angry little text messages. But I don't, I'm saying I don't go to a doctor. I just put my feet up and take a bunch of leave, Now, if I'm at work and I hurt my back at work, I'm going to have to go to the doctor. I'm going to have to get a note. I'm going to have a documentation. There's going to be a drug test. There's going to be compensation. There's going to be workers' comp. It's going to be a whole thing. Okay? Do you see what I'm saying?
So No, because why would you need to return that information to us at the front desk?
Why did I get it? Because I thought, okay, I'm not at home. I'm at a business. I'm at a hotel. I thought you guys would need documentation on this. I thought it'd be like work, like school, like when you're in college, like if you're.
No, that's just your personal information. We don't require any of that. I mean, what would we do for you? Unless you need medication that dropped off, I'd be glad to deliver that to your room.
If you have anything, no, these aren't. He just wrote some instructions on a prescription pad. It's not actually any, it's not for pills unless you have any pills you want to give me.
No.
I don't say, to be honest with you, I don't say no to pills, and I think that's why I mentioned that to the doctor, and I think that's part of the reason that he didn't write, because he was saying that he was going to write me a prescription, and then I said, I never say no to pills, and I laughed, but he didn't seem to think it was funny. And then he did like he crossed out whatever he was writing. And then told me I just need to do physical therapy if I had any problems.
Oh, okay.
So he declined because he was like, we were talking about it. He said, do you mind pills? And I said, I love pills. Oh, I love pills. I was like, I love pills. So I told him in high school I took Vicodin, and then in college I took Percocets, and then I took the little Oxys, and then I went back to the Percocets because the Oxys scared me.
Okay.
And then that's when he crossed it out on his list. So I was just telling him, and I was like, Flexerol. One time I had Flexerol. I told him one time I had a Flexerol for my back, and I took the whole bottle at once. I told him.
Okay. So, do you? So what would you like me to do for you?
Well, he looked at me funny, so then that's when I told him about what we did with because I had a codeine. One time I had codeine, like a codeine cough syrup, and we dipped joints in it, and then we'd let it dry a little bit and then smoke them.
Is this a prank call?
No.
Okay.
I know my life's a little fucked up, but I mean, I don't know why you're laughing about it.
Okay, so I'm still confused on what you would like me to do for you.
Can you take this information from me? It's got like my social security number and my address and my first name, last name, telephone number, and then a bunch of patient information, prescription information, like all my vital information, all of that.
So, what do you want us to do with it, though?
I don't know.
Okay. So, I would recommend keeping it then and not...
Well, I went through all the trouble of getting it, I'm saying. I feel like we're friends now, because you thought I was joking with you or something, and you're laughing at me. And
I'm not laughing at you, I promise. I'm sorry. I laugh when I don't understand.
It's okay. As long as you're laughing, then that means that I do have a chance, like, to get... let's say with you or something. So that's good. I don't mind if you laugh. If you think my pathetic life is funny, that's fine. We can laugh about it. Maybe get a drink or something. It's cool. But yeah, my problems are real. Everything I say is real.
Right. Yeah, I'm not downplaying any of that. So if you want to turn it in, sure. But I mean, we're not really going to do anything with it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, it's going to cost me because I don't have insurance. This isn't covered. Well, it's not covered because there wasn't any issue, and it wasn't ordered by any doctors or anything like that, and it's not like normal, like a normal visit. So my insurance isn't going to cover any of this. So it's probably going to cost me like $300 or $400.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't have gone if I thought you didn't need this.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to turn it into us, that's fine. I mean, we're not going to do anything with it.
Okay, and then you can, honestly, because like now that we're cool and stuff, you can read all of it except there's one page where it says STDs. Just don't read that page, okay?
Okay, yeah, no problem.
And you can read the rest because it talks about how good I am.
Okay,
but just that one part. Just don't read that one part. Thank you.
Yeah, I will not read it.
All right, and then we'll talk or flirt or whatever when I come down there to give you my medical paperwork.
Okay.
That's a good time to flirt. That's a good time to flirt. I'll flirt with you then.
Sure, over medical paperwork. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Okay, good.
Okay.
I look forward to it. I love you.
Okay. Sounds good. Bye.
I said I love you.